What is going on, guys? It's me, Mojo Jojo, back again with some more Total Extreme Wrestling with 21st Century Wrestling. And in the previous episode, we moved down to medium, unfortunately. So hopefully this show will be better. We can't move up to big again for a while, which sucks. But we're going to try and still put on better shows, get people's popularity up so that we can eventually move back up to there. And there's a little bit of news I'll get into after this episode, or after this in-game episode, about things that have happened behind the scenes. But yeah. So we're gonna start again with Hellbound, whose promos are just getting better and better because Jonathan Forst is very good. Jonathan Forst, they appear on the big screen once again, sort of a Wyatt family-esque, and Jonathan Forst reveals that Hellbound were the ones responsible for completely ruining last week's show. They obviously destroyed the locker room, locked Darren Flynn and Bew Boulder in a locker room, beat him down, threw him in in like a janitor's closet or something, and locked the door. Just things like that. Because the Rising Stars thought that they could outsmart them. Well, they just decided, because they were tricked by Bew Boulder, Darren Flynn, and Evan Allpass, that they would just ruin everything for them and ruin the entire show last week. And it's all the Rising Stars' fault. But Jonathan Forst says, hey, but I'll give you guys the opportunity to rectify your mistakes and face us at the pay-per-view at London Calling in a 6-man tag team match. You three versus my 3 behemoths behind me. And if you can win, then we'll leave you be. And I'll even send an apology to Jeff Nova for ruining last week's show for him. So that's a lot on the line for you guys. And please try your best to not disappoint. And the segment, it gains heat. Great. Jonathan Forst looks amazing. 70 or 80 segment. Superb work with that script. Announcing was good. Colour commentary was good. Angle got hotter. And the, great start to the show. Then we have the next segment. Commentary wasn't as good. The War of the Cornells has lost some more heat, unfortunately. But we have Tommy Cornell. He walks out of Jeff Nova's office. And Edward Cornell catches him when Tommy says, "Hey Edward, I've picked your opponent for the pay-per-view." Edward goes like, "Oh yeah, who is it? Let me know." And Tommy goes, "Nah, it's a surprise. If you're a fighting champion, right? And that means you'd be willing to face anyone. You'll be ready to face anyone whoever it is, whenever it is, right?" Edward Cornell just goes, "Oh, fine. Just as long as I know who he is on the pay-per-view, whatever. I don't care. Let's just get this over with." Tommy walks past him. Tommy walks past Edward after that. And Edward walks into Jeff Nova's office and says to Jeff, "Hey, Jeff, boss, how's it going?" Jeff Nova does not look happy because Edward Cornell's been annoying him for a while now. Edward Cornell says, "Hey, who's my opponent for the pay-per-view?" to Jeff Nova. And Jeff Nova goes, "Nah, I'm not telling you. It's a secret. It's a surprise. Tommy asked me to keep it a secret for you, so that's what I'm going to do." And Edward Cornell is frustrated. He gets face-to-face with Jeff Nova. And Jeff Nova... Edward says to him, "You better tell me who he is right now, otherwise the House of Business will be making an appearance in your office very soon." Jeff Nova just chuckles and says, "I'm your boss, Edward. You don't scare me. In fact, I think you better start getting ready, because in the main event tonight, you and Tommy have got a match. You'll be facing off in a tag team match in the main event. So, go warm up, go get ready, and, good luck at the pay-per-view." Pats him on the shoulder. Edward Cornell is furious. And he leaves. He goes out of there. basically, yeah, he leaves Jeff Nova's locker room, slamming the door behind him, visibly upset. Next segment. Why did this not advance the segment? Is it because they're together, like in the segment? Oh god, that sucks. But Rolly Michael Truck, he's backstage, trying to think of a plan on how he's going to defeat. Oh, I just realised I missed a segment that I meant to do on the show. Whoops. Oh well, I'll do it on the pay per view. Rolly is backstage making a plan on how he's gonna single-handedly destroy the three-man army, but he says, "Nah, I can't do it. I can't do this on my own. There's too many of them." That's when we have Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu makes their appearance. They come into the dressing room and have a chat with Rolly and go, "Hey, Rolly, Muckle Truck, nice to see you. I have a plan. How about us two join forces with you, and together the three of us can defeat the Men of Steel, the three-man army? Because frankly, we've got our eyes set on those tag team championships. Because last time they cheated us out of it, and we need the help of a big angry Scottish man to take down the War Machine, so that we can take down the Men of Steel." Rolly chuckles, nods his head, and goes, "I like this plan. This is great. Nothing's going to go wrong. We got this." And yeah, basically says that's the end of the segment. As Rolly Michael Truck is now, I guess, the enforcer, the bodyguard of Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu, as they try to reclaim the tag titles off of the Men of Steel. I do like these guys. They are a very good tag team, very good wrestlers. And yeah. Next segment, we have a Men of Steel match. Considering that these guys' popularity are way different from each other, Flynn and Boulder are really keeping up with at least Mass Hulk and not too far off Mark Adonis as well, which is good. The match had decent wrestling and subpar wrestling, decent reaction. The Men of Steel have defeated Boulder and Flynn in 14 minutes, 49 seconds, when Mark Adonis pins Darren Flynn with an atomic wrecker. Mark Adonis was head and shoulders above the rest. Fair enough. This was just, I needed to get a match. They haven't fought for a while. I want to see how these guys do. They're probably fatigued. Yeah, they are fatigued because they've been on a lot of shows recently. That's a shame. Also, because this is the first match, we get the reveal on commentary that there is no Jeff Nova on commentary at the moment. After the chaos of the last show, Jeff Nova he's kind of taking a back seat, trying to manage everything on this show, because he wants to make sure that what happened last week doesn't happen again. And after that match, 79 rated segment, which is great. Mark Adonis is the boss. He is the greatest. And a brawl breaks out between the three of them after Rolly Michael Truck comes out with Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu, stands on the ramp whilst the three-man army are in the ring. And Rolly Michael Truck says that after the beatdown last week, I've got myself a few friends. And that's when Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu come out. And at the pay-per-view, me and Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu, it's so fun to say, I'm sorry, I love it. We challenge you, three-man army, to a six-man tag at the pay-per-view and at London Calling. And War Machine, once I'm finished with you, the two boys behind me are going to go after you, the Men of Steel, for those tag team belts, tag team championships. So you're not going to have your big angry War Machine in your corner for much longer after I'm done with him. And they run down to the ring, and a massive brawl starts between the six of them. That ends up having to be pulled apart by tons of security. Even other wrestlers come down to the ring, pull them apart, because they're just a lot of angry men brawling. I never would have thought Mark Adonis would have the most hair in a promo out of everyone. Just a random thing to say there, but that's just funny to me. Great segment. Mark Adonis is amazing. Obviously, this is rated on his mic performance to get higher ratings. Then we have another match. Oh, it's an awkward match. It's Philip Cooper with his lucky win again. So, in case you haven't noticed, we're starting a mini storyline with Philip Cooper here, where he just gets convenient random wins all the time. Just pure luck. And because he keeps winning, Jeff Nova's got no choice but to put him on the show. This time, he beats Lance Martin in a singles match after the ref catches Lance Martin and Kelly Martin. They try to do a trick where they swap places because they're identical twins. Basically, they try to do twin magic. Ref catches them and goes, "Oi, no, bad, disqualified. Both of you get out of here." And Philip Cooper celebrates like, "Yes, I won again. I'm the best. Oh, I'm undefeated this new year. I'm the best wrestler in this company." Yada yada yada. Philip Cooper is an airhead. He doesn't really understand what's going on. He just knows he's winning and he's happy. And he's rubbing it in like, "Yeah, I'm the best." I love Philip Cooper. It's so funny. It's a shame the chemistry was bad. Then we have a great segment because Jeff Nova is amazing at talking. The three boys are arguing backstage again over Holly Levis, and Jeff Nova hears the commotion outside his office, slams the door open and goes, "You three, can you just give me some peace for like 5 minutes? I've been stressed out all day. I've had the BBC are annoyed at me. I'm done. I want you guys to just settle your differences. At the pay-per-view, it's going to be Lee Burton, Luke Cole, Sebastian Collar in a triple threat match, and then I want you guys to just go away from each other because I'm sick to death of the three of you fighting over something so stupid as a girl." And then he looks at Holly and goes, "No offense, but just as a joke, I said, no offense, but you guys need to stop arguing over something so dumb." Holly Levis is visibly annoyed at what Jeff Nova says, and the three of them just go, "Oh, you know what, fine. They'll have a match on pay-per-view, the three of them." Where, yeah. That's the end of that. Great 85 rated segment, because Jeff Nova is amazing. Then, we have another little segment when Wade Orson is preparing, he's about to go out of gorilla position to go out to the ring, where Rollin' Johnny, who's annoyed that he's been left off the show this week, grabs Wade Orson, slams him into a wall, slams him into another wall, puts him through a table, like backstage, and you know, he's annoyed at Wade Orson because he keeps stealing his screen time, so to say, and basically destroys him before the match. But Jeff Nova is annoyed that he's sitting up in gorilla position now, watching because it's getting close to the main event. He wants to make sure everything's running properly. He says to Wade Orson, "You got to fight anyway. Just go and fight." Wade Orson is going up against Buff Martinez. I should have made this part of the storyline, but Wade Orson loses to Buff Martinez with an LKO. After great heat, decent wrestling. This is basically Wade Orson, he tries his best. He goes for 16 minutes, but after the beatdown he got before the match from RJS, that's just what I call him for short, he just couldn't beat Buff Martinez today. Buff Martinez celebrates, walks out the back, and we're left with Wade Orson in the ring. He calls out RJS again and says to him, "At the pay-per-view, Johnny, it's going to be the end of Rolling Johnny Stones near the top of the card in this company. Because once I'm done with you, they'll see the fraud that you are, and frankly, they're not going to want you around anymore, Johnny. And it'd be all your fault. All you had to do was wait your turn to be on TV again. But no, you decided to make my life a living hell. For no reason other than the fact that I'm better than you." And so he says, at the pay-per-view, it's going to be the end of you. I'm going to challenge you to a street fight. I just made that up on the spot. It's going to be a street fight at London Calling between Wade Orson and Rolling Johnny Stones. Because I want to settle. He says, I want to settle our differences once and for all. Yada yada. Wade Orson versus Rolling Johnny Stones in a street fight at London Calling has been announced. Well done to those guys. Then we have the main event. Balls. Oh, Edward Cornell's injured. Oh, please still be able to fight, Edward. Please. I swear, if Edward Cornell can't fight now, I'm not going to be happy. A fantastic match has fantastic heat, great wrestling. Edward Cornell and Tommy Cornell have defeated the underdogs when Edward Cornell pinned Michael X with a Black Lightning Bomb. Tommy Cornell got an 88, Edward got an 86, Michael X got 59, Joe Simpson got 60. But he's injured. I swear to God, Edward, if you miss the pay-per-view now, after everything I've planned for this feud, I am not going to be happy because I'm going to have to change everything. God damn it. Then we get to the last segment. Yes, I know, he's injured. Oh, it's a botched move as well. Michael X, god damn it. We have a 96 rated segment, bringing the heat back up, thank God, because it's been bad this episode. Edward Cornell demands Tommy to tell him who he's facing at the pay-per-view. Tommy Cornell just basically laughs, pats his cousin on the back, and then walks away. That's how we finish the show. It's a 76. It's better than last week, but not by much. And the BBC are still annoyed. I bet we're going to get kicked off the BBC now as well, now that we're a medium and it's dropping off. Which means I'm going to need a new television guy. But he can still fight. Good. Edward Cornell is injured. No. Darren Flynn is injured. Bew Boulder is exhausted. This is not working. BBC are annoyed, but we still got 600. Oh God, we're dropping off viewers now as well. Oh, I'm not looking forward to the end of this month. Ticket sales are dropping already. Oh, we're in trouble. We might have to cut a few wrestlers. That might have to change everything. I've got 2 months to start making good money again. Otherwise, we might have to remove a few people that are pretty important to the roster. The money is not looking good at the moment. And I'll have to change all my plans. Oh well, that was that segment. That was that show. He's not gonna be good in time for the pay-per-view because pay-per-view is this Saturday. Not good. Anyway, yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Next episode will be London Calling, where it will main event with Edward Cornell versus a mystery opponent for the championship. We'll also have loads of other matches as well. Hopefully, we still make money on pay-per-view. Otherwise, we might be screwed. Are there any other broadcasters? I'm gonna have a look quick to see if we can get a broadcaster in Europe, maybe, for a pay-per-view. Anyone? No, we don't. If I can get a broadcaster for Europe, that'd be great. But all I've got is this on-demand thing, and that's not what I want. Let's have a quick look. Pay-per-view it needs to be, don't it? Sorry, I'm just... Terrestrial pay-per-view? None. Okay, I guess it needs to be internet pay-per-view. Cable pay-per-view, that's it. What do they need? 35 popularity. What's our popularity in Europe? What do these guys want? 45. Okay, I guess I'll go for Euro Your Demand. What's our popularity in Europe right now? Okay, so we are bleeding money. Oh, and we're nowhere near that as well. Great. It's not rising at all. Is it because our TV deal in Europe is awful? I bet it is. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I need to fix everything. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.